Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Okay, I think I found where it came from that Meghan was telling people that a person from The Lion King told her all these things about her marriage and how celebratory it was. I think I've solved the mystery. There's also some updates in here as well, so let's hang in there and get there, shall we? This is going to be a good one. Shorter than usual, but still good. We're going to start with this picture of the Florida Keys taken on vacation in Florida by my follower Jackie. Fabulous photo. Next up, we have this photo of the red phone box, very British red phone box that was sent to me in a village in Norfolk. Apparently, it's still being put to good use. Some house defibrillators, some house seat exchange, other things. The follower that sent this to me, I don't believe I was given permission to use her name, but thank you for the photo. Next up, we have a beautiful sunset photo taken in Toronto. Absolutely gorgeous. And finally, Maria, my follower, sent me this picture taken in her backyard on a farm in the Northwest Province in South Africa. Gorgeous photo. Finally, this isn't a sunset, but I'm going to show it anyway. This was sent to me by a follower named Sarah. This is the underside of a sawfish by Earth Unreal. Oh my goodness. That's why I don't scuba dive. Our first story for the day is that the Duchess of Cornwall is trying to get children reading, millions of children. So this is her new crusade to get millions of children reading, which I think is a wonderful thing. So what she's doing is spearheading a campaign to get primary schools to get involved in new campaigns set to revolutionize libraries across the country. So after years of chronic underinvestment, 1 in 4 schools do not have a library. I can't even imagine that. The National Literary Trust and publisher Penguin Random House, we're aware of who's publishing Harry's book, founded the Primary School Library Alliance to help transform 1,000 primary school libraries by 2025, giving them the books and teachers the training and support that they need. Other programs that they have going are called the Puffin World of Stories, Chase Rewarding Future School Library Programs. Now, those are helping thousands of children find their passion in reading. I think that's wonderful. So for the new school term this year, schools in the most disadvantaged areas across the UK are invited to access the programs which will provide free books, revamp existing libraries, and build a completely new one to entice a new generation of readers. I myself am an avid reader. I absolutely love that. Camilla said, we all know the power of a good book and the impact it can have on reading and writing skills as well as your well-being, which is absolutely true. For her 75th birthday, Camilla unveiled the birthday book scheme aimed at giving 75 primary schools in disadvantaged areas a well-themed mini library. The campaign has become an immediate success, reaching 25,000 students in just the first few weeks, giving access to what they call kinder boxes with titles covering the full primary school age range from 4 to 11 years. I think that's a wonderful idea. All right, really quickly, I'm going back to the whole fire story. Now, this photo taken above occurred before they were notified about the quote-unquote fire, which we now know there wasn't one. And this photo that you're looking at above was taken the same day on their next tour out. She doesn't look the least bit upset to me. Of course, that's just my observation. Now, we all know she gave an interview on their last day in South Africa. This photo above was taken on the last day in South Africa. Now, look at her face. You see the lipstick and you see the heavy blush, right? You guys can see she's very well made up. Now, here she is giving the interview. Here's a little snippet. Watch this.
But when I first met my now husband, my friends...
I'm sure you guys must have noticed she had the rat tails pulled back behind her ear and she had her makeup removed. There was no lipstick, there was no blush, there was just a little smidge of eyeshadow left. So she did all that to make herself look more dowdy for the interview. Yeah. All right, let's move on now. All right, her second podcast came out, and once again, it was savage because once again, what you had was two multimillionaires talking about labels that are placed on them. You know, let's go back to the whole ambition thing. Mariah Carey would not be where she is if she had not been ambitious. And she's a self-made person. She didn't make her money by marrying up. Yeah, you guys know where I'm going. All right, let's move on. And I want to say I completely agree with Resting Dollface. Let's remember that Mariah Carey's guest spot on Archetypes was Mariah donating 40 minutes of her time to Meghan Markle, who is a mother returning to the workforce after COVID. Mariah mentored you. You're welcome. All right, this next story came out. I don't really believe this because supposedly William was told to get on a plane, go to California and intervene in what's going on. I think that is untrue, and I think William knows that it would be a huge mistake to fly to California and try to intervene in this mess. We all know what happened when William reached out to Harry that one time and tried to talk to him. What happened? Harry gave the information to Gayle King, who spewed it all over the morning news. That's why they don't talk anymore, because Harry has shown now that he cannot be trusted. So that story, in my opinion, is untrue. All right, let's move on. All right, guys, we're diving back into this whole Meghan Markle assertion that, she was told by a South African member of the Lion King show when she went to the premiere with Harry that they were dancing and celebrating in the streets just like they were on the day that Nelson Mandela was freed from 27 years in prison. You guys remember that, right? Now remember, this gentleman above is Dr. Canny, and he claimed to be the only South African member of the cast, and he says, I did not attend the premiere in London, and I don't know Meghan Markle. Now, of course, the Sussex squad went absolutely crazy and said there had to be another member of the South African group. There had to be. Okay, they found another member of the group and spoke to her, and guess what? She also has denied speaking to Meghan Markle. What happened is the Express newspaper approached Odeon and Disney to confirm the guest list of the premiere. And the South African singer, and I'm probably not going to say this right, is Lindawe McKenzie, who sang Circle of Life in the 2019 remake, was also an actor in the stage play and was also in attendance at the event. But when they asked her if she had spoken to Meghan Markle, guess what? She said no. The thing is, she said it was a man that approached her, not a woman. So that took care of a lot of people that supposedly were at that event. Now, there was one other person. Lebo M. He is a South African producer and composer, and he did the soundtrack for The Lion King. And he was in the UK at the premiere, and he met Meghan Markle on camera. Here it is. Watch this. Now, it's pretty obvious from that exchange that there's nothing but some general pleasantry chit-chat going on. He's not looking at her, comparing her to Nelson Mandela. Now, for those of you who are going to go, oh yes, that conversation absolutely could have taken place. You really can't tell what they're saying, what's going on. Well, here you go. He has now come out and said to the newspapers that he does not remember discussing Nelson Mandela with Meghan. Oh, well, there you go. So I need to throw out a big thank you to my follower, Margaret Porter, who put me on the trail of this bit of information. You rock. So where did this whole thing come from? I think I know where it came from. It came from Meghan's conversation with Pharrell Williams. I think she took the conversation with him, put a spin on it, and put it out. Now, here's the conversation. Watch this.
So you understand it?
So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I think she took what Pharrell Williams said. Oh, it's so significant. You know, of course she had to throw her victim mentality in there. They don't make it easy. But yeah, I think she took his conversation and went, oh, it was said to me at the Lion King premiere. And then she just put a twist on it and threw out Nelson Mandela's name and said it was a South African actor. And I think that's where it came from, seriously. But if anything, that shows that what I said before is correct. She's pathological. She's able to just twist and turn stuff. There you go. All right, let's move on now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Harry and Meghan are going to be in the UK on Sunday. And, you know, Again, the article said it's for a European tour. This is not a royal tour. These are two private citizens who are working with two charities that I still don't understand why the charities haven't given them the boot yet, personally, especially after their attacks on the royal family. Yeah, and again, in a previous video, I showed you these are not really charities. They're private businesses. One of them is charging £3,000 for, you know, something to do privately with them, whatever. Anyway, I think we all know they're probably going to fly in on yet another private jet. They're going to fly here, fly there. They will not be seeing the royal family. They could ask to see the Queen. I don't believe for 1 second after this latest attack on the family that the Queen is going to have anything to do with them at all. I do not believe they'll be stopping into Frogmore because they already said in a previous article, as I pointed out to you already, that Meghan said they packed up the rest of their belongings. So why they're keeping Frogmore, I think has to do with Harry's counselor of state position, but they're never going to be there. All right, you guys, this article came out. There's definitely a change in the tone of U.S. coverage from Meghan Markle. What did I tell you? The U.S. is over her. We are no longer in love with her. She is an entitled woman living in a $14.5 million mansion, driving around, flying around on private jets while she goes on this archetypes and complains about the titles and the boxes that she's been put into. People, please. And let me just say that one of the things that people are really, really upset about is the fact that they released this article on the 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's death. It could have been released any other time. That was done deliberately to take the attention away from Diana and put it on to Meghan. People have not reacted well to that. That was a massive mistake. And people, even in the United States, once again, we said before that Harry and Meghan miscalculated in how much the USA loves the Queen. They might have miscalculated on how much the United States loves Diana as well. So, of course, now the articles are coming out again. It's time that since they're snubbing the very institution, which they got their titles from, etc., it's time to remove those titles. But as I told you guys the other day, and I meant it, and it's absolutely true, those titles are not going anywhere at all until the Queen passes away. Now, the second the Queen passes away, I think you guys are going to be shocked with how quickly and the speed with action is taken against these two. But they're not going to do anything while the Queen is alive. That's just the way it is. Yep. All right, moving on. You know, I just want to add here at the end that Kate has been hailed for her grace and selflessness after the Meghan Markle interview because she does the no complain, no explain rule. She never goes out of her way to hurt anybody else. She never goes out of her way to slam anybody else. Yeah, she's a loyal, dedicated woman who has dignity and respect. Not to mention the fact that she is clever and beautiful as well. All right, you guys. So I want your comments. And what do you think? Did I realize where her comments came from? Do you think that I'm right? Do you think I'm right? Because I do. Leave those comments below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you've already hit it, double check to make sure that you are still subscribed. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter, Getter, Rumble. You can email me. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund and who have hit the thanks button on my videos, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.